Okay, so for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign, this is your June 2019 Love Monthly Forecast reading. With me, this is Krissy from instarsbykrissy.com. Okay, for Aquarius, we do have an interesting energy here, and we do have a bunch of reverses and a lot of isolation, I feel, is being experienced. We do have the first card that you have is the Page of Swords, representing the situation you may be in right now, being challenged by the Eight of Wands. And this really represents some form of communication that might be unsettled, so you might be in a situation wherein there is a form of communication issues, problems, could be an argument of some kind, or having some form of trust issues with a certain person in your life that seems to be playing an important role for you, impacting you in an emotional level. And with this could also be a lack of communication as well. It has that form of nervous energy right here, wherein it makes you feel unsettled as a whole, that kind of thing. So it makes me feel as if some form of communication with a certain person is not really flowing. Could be it's blocked, or there is no connection happening with a certain person in your life. So yeah, I would see this more of a situation wherein it's a lot more quiet kind of thing. Maybe you and a certain person have stopped communicating with each other, but even though you have stopped communicating, you cannot stop thinking about this person. And this is becoming the focus of the reading for the month of June. So yeah, I would first like to remind everyone that this is a general reading, and this goes for all the readings that I do for all zodiac signs, and unfortunately it's not going to resonate for each and every one of you guys. So if you are connecting with this reading and you feel that this is for you, then let it be like a divine kind of nudge that maybe this is the reading for you. So yeah, the foundation card that you have, the basis, is the Four of Cups, which just gives me a form of confirmation that yes, you have been thinking about this person, and it doesn't matter whether they are in your life right now or not, whether they are across the world, or it is possible that they are not physically with you right now, even though that the two of you have some form of connection and ties or bond to each other. It is apparent, and it's very showing here that even though there are no physical actions or no actions to verify things between you and a certain person, you are really thinking about this person. And it doesn't mean that you're not communicating with this person. It does not mean that you don't care. The way that I'm picking up this is that you do care about this person, and the reason for and there is a reason why the two of you are not communicating in some form of way. And what's very odd here is that the recent past is showing us the Ten of Pentacles, and this is about gathering with people and having fun. It's a very light-hearted card, and it could be that you are thinking about the good things that has occurred between you and this person, which you were in a relationship before, or the good times, let us say. But I think that is the best term, the thinking about the good times you had with this person. So it's like reminiscing things. It makes you feel that your mental and emotional energy is very active, and your physical energy, your actions is what is missing here. And your crowning energy here is the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is all about taking action. And eventually, you will be taking action. You will make some form of effort to do what you have to do. But right now, that is going to be like the crowning energy of the reading. So it does not really mean that it's something that you're doing right now. Maybe those hard work are being focused elsewhere, not really focusing on the relationship itself. I feel that you have been thinking so much about the past, really. But it's all about thoughts. You're not really reaching out, or the communication is not really happening, I feel. And in the near future, we do have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, not really that much of a positive card, but it always tells us about something that's temporary. So how this is coming on to me is that you may have experienced a time wherein you're very confused about a lot of things in your life. It doesn't mean that you are confused on the relationship itself, but you are confused in various topics or various themes and aspects in your life that is affecting the relationship focus that you are in or were in. Because we do have the Seven of Cups as the last card of the deck. So the energy of much confusion, not seeing things clearly. You even lost sight of your own goal is showing up here. And it could be that for some of you guys, maybe the time of pause is now over. Maybe you're coming into terms of saying things clearly. And, the Eight of Cups is the card wherein someone leaves, but they leave temporarily and then go back to where they came from. It has that energy as well. And how this is going to be manifesting for a lot of Aquarius, or for someone specific, since I don't know who am I connecting with, I really feel that it's either you are going to experience your own realizations during the month of June, because you will be more tuned in and tap on with your own emotional energy at this time. Because I feel that in the past, yes, you have been sensitive, yes, you have been emotional, but you're not really seeing things for what they truly are. And your ears are probably closed off, regardless of what anyone tells you. So when that is the case, it's really impossible to communicate with you either way. But during the month of June, even though that the energy of confusion and all that is there, I kind of feel that you're now at the point wherein you're really reflecting on yourself and you're seeing your own faults as well. So I'm not saying that Aquarius are wrong, they are not on their right minds right now. It's not that. What I really want to say is that you are reflecting on your own actions, and you're not just criticizing or being judgmental of how other people are treating you. You know, it's about seeing both ends, both parties in the situation. So you might be judging or criticizing the other person for probably being mean or not understanding you so much, but you're coming to a point wherein you are understanding where the other person is coming from. So there is much reflection that is going on right there. And I feel that with that reflection in time of isolation, you will be able to think a lot more clearly, and you are going to be moving forward and taking action on what you have to do eventually. Because we do have the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Judgment. I'm going to mention them all at the same time because they are all in reverse. And they are in reverse because you are experiencing and feeling them in various levels. So there are a mix of fears, a mix of anxiety, and you know, the Queen of Pentacles is usually a very patient card. So it's very patient because they know that like the king, the king, sorry about that, the king will eventually go home and bring her riches, that kind of thing. The Queen of Pentacles is like the perfect wife material kind of thing. So when it's in reverse, you're not really acting that energy, and it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. The Queen of Pentacles is like the perfect person, the perfect partner that you can be with in a commitment as a whole. And this is the card that is representing you, which means that maybe you have been very much hasty, or you're not really that forgiving like how you usually are. And there will be opportunities for you, you know. It is in reverse because you're meeting the dark and the light side of the card. So I just want to say that firsthand. And we do also have the Two of Wands, which is all about decisions, which means that if you are in a relationship or you were in a relationship, I would say that based on this energy and based on this reading, there is some form of friction in your love life. There's something that you're not sure. There's something that you are doubting. And it is something that's very important. So I really feel that, you know, some form of partnership will have a form of conclusion. It's either there is going to be a phone call, probably going to be received by you, or if they have already reached out and you have not responded at all, then this would be an energy wherein you will now take some form of action to reach out to that person. But since the Two of Wands is reverse, you know, probably you have been debating whether you should compromise or not, whether you should try to work things out or not. We also have the Judgment in reverse, and the Judgment is like a salvation card usually. So this card popping up in the place where your hopes and fears are would mean that you have like intense fears of maybe messing things up, or intense fears of what's going to happen probably in the future. or there is some kind of major fears that you are going through right now, and you are thinking and viewing things most likely in a negative way. And all the confusions that you're experiencing will not be solved unless you take a step forward to communicate with the person. That is the only way to solve any misunderstandings, to open yourself up and not lock them out, and not say your own thing, and not listening to the other person. That is just going to prolong issues and creating one setback after another. So yeah, eventually there is a lesson that you are going to learn from this, and there is a form of emotional growth that you are going to be experiencing. We do have the Queen of Swords as your outcome card. So the Queen of Swords as an outcome card, for me, this is you coming into your own energy and your own power right now. This is a form wherein you're not confused anymore. You know what to do. You know what actions to take. You know what to say. You know how to lead, basically. You're not anymore in a very indecisive energy. Like, you know what you should do. And for me, with this energy, it is the best result you can actually ask for, because you're not going to be confused anymore. And that is a big thing, you know. You're getting over your fears. You are going to reach out, probably going to, you know, demand something, or I don't know, it's just a strong energy. But the Queen of Swords has a lot of mental energy, and that is the energy that you have been lacking for some time now. You know, it makes me feel that in the past, your thoughts are very much clouded and confused. And you're now coming to a point wherein your thoughts are going to be crystal clear. Maybe you're gonna see things so clear that you will be able to make a form of decision to a certain situation that you are going through right now, which can create a major change for you, because some form of new beginning is going to take place. And truth be told, I feel that the way that this has occurred made you triggered a lot of your fears, the fears that you have in yourself. You know, I feel that you had to battle the darker side of you, that kind of thing. At the end of the day, you have learned something from it. You will learn something from it, and it will make you a lot more mature. But how you experience it created a lot of trauma, I feel. That kind of energy. But yeah, so the really, really good thing here is that it is telling us that whatever problems or issues that you are going through, you are at the point of growth, and you will be able to overcome the obstacles that is surrounding you. And this will be starting in a form of communication with a certain person in your life. So yeah, so the major theme, I feel, which will play an important role for you guys, is some form of communication, which you will either initiate or receive. And that will be like the start of the engine for things to move and change. going on forward. So yeah, if you are isolating yourself, just remember that you cannot solve anything by just being alone or just having ideas in your mind of what you want to happen. You really need to connect with a certain person. And so stop giving in to your thoughts and doubts and all that, because it will not reach you a certain goal. If the other person has already given you a hint or has already reached out to you, do not be afraid to contact them and message them back. You'll never know how this will manifest. So yeah, I really feel that that is the main key for you guys to know about. Again, this is not really the most light-hearted energy to experience, because I feel that, you know, it's mentally exhausting and emotionally as well. But as soon as you overcome this phase, I kind of feel that you will be able to start anew and to be a better person as an individual and for your partner or future partner as well. And for those who are single and looking for someone new, I kind of feel that try to notice the people around you, because you might see that the person who is probably going to be for you is just, you know, beside you, probably, you know, someone near you. This is about really observing and not really focusing too much with ourselves, but let us think about the other people, how they treat us, how they react to us, and if we are really important to that person. You know, noticing those details is going to play an important role for a lot of Aquarius out there. So don't just focus on your own feelings. Don't just focus on your own thoughts and ideas. Learn to think about the other person as well, because this is what's going to help you for the month of June. So yeah, this is the reading for those who are in the sign of Aquarius, and I'll see you guys next month.